I want you to take a moment and think about an invisible force. It's a force that has been with us since the dawn of time. It is powerful enough to carve canyons and shape entire landscapes and dictate the weather. For centuries, our ancestors harnessed it to push wooden ships across vast oceans and turn stone mills. Today, we no longer rely on the wind to sail across the Atlantic, but this invisible force holds the key to a modern challenge we are we are facing today, and we are at a critical crossroad in human history. The reality of climate change is driven by our centuries-long reliance on fossil fuels and is fundamentally altering our world. If we want to if we want to secure a livable planet for us and the future, we must recognize how good wind energy is for ending climate change. And today, I'm here to argue that wind energy is not just a nice idea. It is extremely good for the environment, the economy, and is a viable renewable source of energy. For over a century, we have powered our world by pulling things out of the earth and burning them: coal, oil, and natural gases. The cost of this is a heavy toll on our atmosphere. Every time a fossil fuel plant burns, it releases carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen oxides. These emissions trap heat and trigger extreme weather and pollutes the very air we breathe every day. Wind energy is much cleaner. Um, once a wind turbine is made and put up, it can generate clean energy without creating any emissions until several several decades until they can possibly die out. Wind energy preserves our most important resource, also fresh water. Traditional power plants, whether coal, natural gas, or nuclear, rely on thermal cycles that we need billions of gallons of water for cooling their systems. Wind turbines require almost, wait, Wind turbines require almost no water to operate once they are constructed. By shifting to wind turbines, we also help our rivers and lakes. Today, onshore wind is one of the most cheapest sources of electricity, often being cheaper than to build a coal or gas plant. A decade ago, the technology was much more expensive than it is now uh, to make a wind turbine and to put it up in a field. Over the years, the cost of constructing this and generating electricity from wind has steeply plummeted over the years and makes utility bills less expensive for communities. Today we went over how wind turbines benefit the environment, the economy, and is a viable source of energy.